Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Weather Fans Live here on Sunday, the 11th of May 25, with myself and Paul.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Have we got an action-packed show for you tonight?
We've got something, and I think it might be just wind. This evening we're just going to be concentrating the next few days, obviously, unless you've been living underneath a rock for the last few days or not received any warnings, but we are expecting some thunderstorms to break out during the day tomorrow for certain parts of the UK.
I was still loading up all my tabs when you fired up, but yeah, just making sure everything's in order. Yeah, cool, sorted. Yeah, so welcome everyone. Yeah, so today's thunderiness hasn't really kicked off, has it? I don't think so, personally. I'm just going to have a look on my phone.
I'll take a look at the latest in a second. I'm just going to say hello to everybody who's in the chat. Sure. So good evening to Laura Johnson, who was the first one to comment this evening. Good evening to you. And Sue Schuster.
We need to get that one.
Good evening to you. Evening campers. Hello, Ben. Hope you are well.
Hello.
Hello, Matthew. Do you fly out? Hang on. Are you supposed to be going to the Canary Islands the next few days, or is that next week? Well, good evening to you. Was that somebody else I'm thinking of? Someone's going to the Canary Islands anyway. Yet another dry day. There was some showers around, but not here. 18 degrees and clear. Well, I'll have to take a look at the latest in just a few moments. And Ben's enjoying the music. If you've been there, that was the theme tune to Terry and June. I don't know what was called Ben and Jerry then. So yeah, that was Terry and June, the old classic there. And our yellow friend has arrived. Good evening, Rachel. Hope you are well. And good evening to our mod, Paul James, on the buses. No, it was Terry and June.
I was going to say, today I was watching Auto Shenanigans. And
yes, I did see.
Did you watch today's episode?
No, I watched one a few, I think probably last week.
Yes, he's done one today, which was car versus bus, going to work, in inverted commas. And he played Playbus at the end of it.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what we used to play. And I was there singing along, like it was just Terry and June. I was like, oh,
well, this one.
It's a Playbus.
Yeah.
But where does it go?
Oh, without all
Where does it stop? What's the sign of the lollipop?
That's enough of that. Let's crack on. Good evening to Audio Coffee.
Speaking of coffee, I'm having a cup of tea right now.
Is it Yorkshire tea by any chance? Is it Yorkshire tea by any chance?
It is, mate. It is. Someone else who watches Auto Shenanigans. I love his videos.
Paul Jones says dark clouds to his south.
Yeah.
Matthew's saying this is last stream before my holiday. When do you fly out?
Audio's just said someone else who watches Auto Shenanigans. I love his videos. Yeah, John is funny as stuff he is. I'd love to meet him.
Don't care. So what figures like at the end? Subscribe and all that crap or whatever he said.
The Ollocks.
That was found that quite hilarious when I was watching those one of his last videos.
All that.
She's like, I'll just watch it. I don't care if you do or not.
Yeah. I don't care if you do or not. Just subscribe and all that. Yeah, and all that jazz. So yeah, James has just arrived. Only had 10 minutes of rain today. That's 10 minutes more than I've had.
Paul James saying, "Smell that rain? It's coming."
It's coming, literally.
And Matthew saying, "You can
coming
smell his
all over
holiday."
our faces tomorrow.
And Audio's moaning no rain at all again.
You don't know, Audio. You'll see tomorrow.
Rachel's eating her hubby's leftover chicken.
Good girl, Rachel. Leave no food unturned. Got Andy in from Southeast Kent. If you have a look, Andy. Have a look. Andy from the UK. From that there, Southeast Kent, which is probably just going to have a storm. You'll see, Laura. You'll see.
Looks a little good storm tomorrow. I'd have a look here. We'll show Dave a look in a moment.
You will look at
just saying, I love a good storm. Got more chance to become the next Pope.
Well, the next Pope's just been
the white smoke.
That's vape smoke, that is. Or I'll just do it on the vapes.
Yeah, on something. I'll tell you, June's still around. I've absolutely no idea, to be honest.
Probably not.
Scrolling down. Yes, as you mentioned, Audio did say she watches the Auto Shenanigans, love his videos. And Annie from the UK, welcome to you from South East Kent.
Yes, evening, Andy. I was going to say, Auto Shenanigans did one on the M62, which is near me, past my neck of the woods anyway, from like 24 up to 29 is my stretch.
I'm guessing Matthew flies out tonight, I believe.
I don't think you're going to be disrupted, mate. I know, it's flying. Is tomorrow the better day for storms?
Not there yet. Look at him to James, by the way. 10 minutes of rain. I'm still trying to get down there.
10 minutes more than we've had.
And there we go. I think I'll push on the bottom there. Is tomorrow a better day for storms?
Yeah.
Yes, there is a warning out from the Met Office, but we'll move on to that in just a few moments.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, let's have a look at the latest out there.
Yeah, the radar.
Let's share the screen or screen the square.
Square the screen. Square the screen.
Square the screen, yeah. Right, so just...
One minute, Terry Scott died in 1884. That's what PJ just said. Carry on anyway. Sorry, Mike.
He was born. He died before he was born?
He died before he was even born.
1994.
Oh, June Whitfield. The late, great June Whitfield.
Oh, bless her heart, yeah.
Oh, was the one I was just thinking of? The Bisto lady I was just thinking of. Not Maureen Littman. She did BT, didn't she? It was, I'll get her name in a minute. Carry on, Michael.
Audio cover. Spent some time watching the storms in Northern France on Vision Environment's website, YouTube channel. I think I think I really need a storm, don't we all? Don't pick on me. I can't see him. I've got me on the screen. Shall I pick on him? All right, let's go back to get off the screen. Get off.
Oh, Linda Bellingham. I was thinking of.
Let's take a close look at what's happening. Before we look at the fun down there, let's have a look at what's happening up here. So we've got a band of rain through Ireland at the moment. It's nearly as rich as far as the Isle of Man. It's further north. We've got some rain as well affecting the Western Isles and parts of Western Scotland. We'll have a look at the facts charts in just a second. There's actually a weather front out to the west. We've got a bit, I've noticed how the wind's circulating here, so perhaps this is why we've got a bit of rain developing here, perhaps on a convergence line just over towards Wales. Because if you see the winds coming down here and almost going back on themselves there, you've got the wind coming in from the east here and up from the south. So maybe that's what bit of a force in there that's causing some of these showers. But as I mentioned, the more fun is down towards the south and southeast. You can see there's a few lightning strikes appearing up through parts of France. I'm just zooming even more towards the south coast there. I'll probably guess that some of these could turn thundery. There's a one around Margate at the moment, which if there's any cams around there, no, there isn't. Oh, this is showing there's a thunderstorm there at the moment through Ramsgate and Margate area. Down to Margate. So yeah, we've got through some. I'm going into Sussex here through Hampshire as well. Some heavy rain or showers. Let's just back zoom out again. So zoom back in just to see, have a look at some of these webcams. Don't know what's going on with that. It's like a picture of the moon, but it isn't.
Oh,
Kutum. Perhaps maybe that's the rain coming in the distance there. Let's go towards. Oops. Didn't want to do that, did I? So look at there. Hillhead in Hampshire. Looks like there's someone coming in there. So it could be this lighter, perhaps lighter feed coming from the Isle of Wight as well. So seems like the only storm we've got there at the minute is through Margate and Ramsgate as well, through this area. Obviously, we've got some storms here towards the west of France. That's looking quite stormy, shall we say. It's got that sky look, hasn't it, to it?
Got that really electric look to it, hasn't it?
Yeah. Just see if there's anything any more in this area. So some of this is actually, look at that. So some of the millimeters coming out of this, 104 millimeters an hour coming out of this.
Oh.
So if that stuck where it was, we're talking flash flooding there, aren't we? Aerodrome in Burnley. Maybe something there towards the left, right of the screen there. And what's this looking like? Very wet.
Thoroughly wet.
In Cairn. Is that pronounce that as Cairn, I think?
Cairn, yeah. He's Cairn or Cairn.
And also, I didn't know. I can't speak French. I can better speak English than my another language. It's not. Can't really see. Hopefully, we was able to see this.
Wilson, yeah.
See something there.
Good hell.
That's looking. Maybe something just there.
Maybe a shelf.
Anything on the islands here? Ooh, maybe something here on that part of the screen. It's hard to really see really when it's pointing mostly downwards. So I won't be surprised if these are turning slightly thundery. Let's bring up the main. Just bear me a second. When your brain goes blank for the lightning detectors.
When your head's a shed. Have we still got your mic on? Yeah.
Say again?
Where you got foot lightning?
I've got
lightning
it.
Clips. AJ, you could have picked on Michael then.
It's my old age. Leave me alone. This website uses cookies. If it had cookies, I'd be eating the bloody things.
They do my head in. But it's data, isn't it? As the saying goes, data.
Oh, for goodness sake.
What's it trying to say?
So, yep, there's that thunderstorm over towards Margate.
Right.
And the Margate area. There's a few lines straight shot up Winstable. So there's not too much happening.
I'm going to say they're not really making it across, are they?
Yeah, there's a few popping up, coming into the channel. I wonder if the channel's killing some of these off, actually.
I think they are. Because there was loads earlier and they're all just gone peh.
So, yeah, there's a nice storm just to the west of Amons.
Yeah, nice little train of choo-choo.
Yeah, it's got it on a different tab at the minute. Just bear with me.
Yeah, it's all right.
Just trying to find that on the other one here.
All right. Oh, on the Venture Sky one.
Yeah,
it's Belgium.
So I can hear it popping away. I can't even find it.
Is it Belgium or is it Netherlands?
Maybe
Belgium. Netherlands is further up, isn't it? Oh, there's Belgium further up. So it's France. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
So you want to be you want to be up towards Dieppe. You can see Dieppe there, look, and Le Havre. So you got Versailles down there as well. The one where they said.
Yes, I know why I'm there. He says.
Well, it's because they're EU, that's why, Laura. It's
yes,
I from the EU. They've got to park up at the bottom of the M20 and get their passports and be checked. Or they get past the Storm Dome, whatever it is.
So good Lord.
Ooh, kicking up there.
Talk about popping away there, blimey. That's the storm towards the. Is that Paris? Yes.
No, it's Versailles. Actually, yeah, it's Paris. My bad. Yeah, it's Paris.
No, there should be plenty of them around Paris.
Lots of heat.
Just come on. Let's share this tab. Has that come back on there? Yep. Your connection has lost the screen share audio. Was there any audio anyway?
No, it's still on. No, it's still on, mate. Jesse.
So let's have a look.
No, it's still on. Oh. Moody.
So I wonder if I can zoom in even more on this area, which may pop up a few more. That's what I like about this site. I can actually take like a screenshot of what's happening live as well.
Yeah, I've looked in Paris itself. If it's
looking dark there.
To the east.
I think I've got the filter.
That's a minute ago. If you're going towards Paris itself, you might see one towards the east.
Something that could be something there.
Yeah, that could be it.
Let's have a look towards the south. No, not quite.
Bit of,
Sky's looking a bit.
Bit of undulatus there.
Oh, hello. If that's looking.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, look at that. That's like it could be. That could be the thunderstorm approaching, actually. So there's a nice shelf cloud forming on the front edge.
16 people watching.
Oh, hello. Right. Let's get back out. Oops, what have I done there? Webcams, I don't care. No, it's faced too much to the ground on that cam there. Right. Well, let's look.
That's just raining, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, let's crack on. Do you want to?
Yes, I'll take.
Shall we have a look at have you got the UK weather warnings up?
I have, mate. Bear with.
Yeah.
Present, share screen, and voila.
Let's swap that for that.
And that for that. Brilliant. Yep, right. I'm on the air. Brilliant. Cushy. So Met Office yellow weather warning for tomorrow afternoon from 12 o'clock midday through to 10 o'clock in the evening for some scattered thunderstorms, which could lead to some flooding and disruption in places on Monday, which is tomorrow, of course. All the usual jazz. I won't say what we usually say, but hey ho. So further detail. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are expected to develop on Monday afternoon. Whilst these are fairly fast moving, they may be intense for short periods of time and produce 20 to 30 millimetres in less than an hour, with 40 to 50 within 1 to 2 hours in one or two places where thunderstorms grow larger. Lightning, hail and gusty winds will be an additional hazard. Showers and thunderstorms will gradually ease through the evening. We'll come to them in a moment because I've actually got some different models to look at in terms of this. So, let's have a quick look in. So you're looking towards Stoke-on-Trent, Birmingham, down a line of the M6, the M1, really, towards MK, St Albans, London, Oxford, Reading, Gloucester, Worcester, Bath. There's Salisbury there, if anyone knows who says that, stick it in the comments. Pretty much most of Wales, if not all of it, except for this little corner up here, but that doesn't mean that there won't be a big heavy shower or a thunderstorm there towards Manchester, Liverpool, even up towards Gaffer's neck of the woods, up towards Blackpool. They're even saying there could be the odd thunderstorm up towards southern Scotland tomorrow. So we'll have a look at that shortly. If there is going to be any kind of threat up more further north tomorrow, I would expect the Met Office to update it first thing tomorrow, maybe about 7, 8 o'clock.
11, half 11.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even say that, I'd say earlier. I'd say as soon as they know from the earlier runs, so like the 03 and the 06 runs, because the storms are going to kick off. Well, we'll show now, actually. I'm going to have a look on the net weather. Short range model.
They might have a morning meeting, I think, around about 9 o'clock for the weather presenters.
I think they're going to need one earlier. So, anyways. The one on the left is the rainfall. The one on the right is the Cape and Lifted. Let's quickly go through this. Obviously, you've got these storms coming up out of France at the moment. You've got rain across Wales according to this, but halfway. I don't think there's much in the way of thunder with this one, even though there's Cape and Lifted showing. Let's carry on. They obviously fade away. Maybe the odd rumble of thunder making it inland up towards London. Maybe East Anglia, but I think that the sea may kill them off a little bit. Moving to tomorrow morning. This is when the plume of more moist, warm air is going to move across us during the morning. As you can see there, 8 o'clock in the morning. Cape Valley is up to nearly 1,000 with the lifted index around about -3. It's quite early. And as you can see there, 9 o'clock in the morning, Cape and Lifted values, whoa, you're looking close to 1,500 with the lifted up to -4. So there's a lot of instability there. And just carry on there, look, some deep, deep reds, which indicate around about 1,800 joules of Cape with -5 lifted. So that's quite unstable air, and it's very moist as well, I would imagine. As you can see, there's some storms popping up around about 12 o'clock. 11Z, which is UTC. You can see there's some storms kicking off. And then see as that moist air moves across us over the pre-warmed sunshine. So the pre-warmed ground, that obviously then sends heat up, and then they become quite organised as they move further north, possibly kicking off somewhere, maybe Derbyshire, towards Cheshire. For our neck of the woods, obviously these are going along the M4 corridor. I think as soon as they skip like the South Downs, the Mendips, you know, them kind of hills, as soon as they go past them, they're going to meet with the air coming in from the east and then start to converge. I'm sure Michael will show us in a moment with the fact charts. So yeah, so as I say, these are the ones up north. These are the ones I'm most likely going to be chasing tomorrow. I'm not going to go too far south because the benefit versus the reward of me going down south for these storms, it's going to cost me 20, 30 quid in petrol. Plus, I might not even get anything. Whereas if I stay local, I spend a tenner's worth of petrol, I'm out for the day. If I don't get out, I don't get out. I'll just probably get rained on. So yeah, I'll have a look at that a bit close up in a moment, these ones. So yeah, anyways, that's me babbling on. You can see in Scotland there's quite a lot of cape and lifted as well, -5 and possibly into the 1400s across the central belt. Same in towards northern England as soon as they go past the North Pennines, in towards the Lake District. You can see quite a nice line. This is what we were showing yesterday as well, that the Pennines are going to force the air aloft. And these could get quite beefy, to say the least. And then you can just see them there getting quite organised as they shoot off into the Irish Sea round about 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. And then it's pretty much all she wrote then. In terms of that, we'll just move on to Tuesday because there is a risk on Tuesday as well. But as you can see there, this is 12 o'clock on Tuesday, not as great a risk as there is going to be for tomorrow, where the storms will be more widespread, possibly into Lancashire, Cheshire, as we saw in the yellow weather warning, in towards Wales, the south of England and the southeast, possibly in towards the southwest as well. Let me just have a look. Yes, towards Devon, North Devon, Somerset, them kind of areas. Don't mind my voice breaking. Quickly, let me just see if I can refresh
You'll
this.
start puberty soon, mate.
Hey?
You'll start puberty soon with your voice breaking.
Oh no, I'm 44 and I haven't even started yet.
Like Peter Pan, then.
Oh no! Carrie Glitter and Jimmy Savile will be after me next. Sorry.
God is dead, then.
Now then. Change the parameters on this one. I'm just going to move over to this one, which is Meteorologics. Have a look at severe weather parameters. So this will show us like the shear and stuff like that. As you can see there, that's for 6 p.m. tomorrow. So let's just move that back. Ignore that. 20 knots is and coming up from the south. So that's the low level shear between 0 and 0.6 miles. So the surface winds basically. Let's have a look at the deep level shear. Around about 10 knots, but that's more varied. So that's more coming in from the southeast, and it's quite low level. So they are going to get moved on quite quickly, but they are going to go up quickly. That's the thing. They're going to go up quickly and they're going to move off quickly. In terms of Cape, 2000 over there in France. Let's have a look at this. So this is around about 12 o'clock tomorrow. We'll have a quick look around. Where should we have a look? Around London? That's where I think they're going to kick off. There we go. Sorry, Michael. 1600 there. Midlands? We'll look at the Midlands. There we go. Here's your neck of the woods here, Michael. 1793, right about dinner time. 1527. Oh,
So I've literally got my face to the screen.
yeah. So we're looking at 1527 in some places, up towards Walsall, up towards Clayhanger, Heath Hayes, so that's like where Rachel and Co are. You're looking around about 800. It doesn't necessarily mean it will be, but let me just bump that back one frame. So there's 12 o'clock. You got 1793 over towards like your neck of the woods, really. You got Faisley, not far from you, is it?
Faisley.
Yeah, Faisley, Shuttington, Chilcot, Harleston, which it's all them like towards the north and east of Birmingham. Will be quite potent in terms of Cape tomorrow. Move this on a couple of frames. So there we go. So that's 3 o'clock. You can see there 1815 in terms of Cape. That I wouldn't say that's probably more than likely spark off thunderstorm, or if there's one coming up from the south, more than likely feed off that. And then that all scootles off, as you can see. So we'll have a look further north now. So come from there. We'll have a look around here towards Cheshire, up towards the Wirral, as that heat and Cape moves up. So she's 6, 7. There isn't much in the way of Cape there, really. That's more towards Wales, I would say. There's about 1,000, 1,100 as it moves up. Now, I was looking earlier up towards Lancashire. So Blackburn, Bolton, Southport, you've got Blackpool up here, got Liverpool down here, and the Wirral. That's 2 o'clock. Let's just go to 1. So, yeah, one's 15:05 there towards Southport. So there isn't that much in the way of Cape further north, but that's not to say there won't be thundery showers or all like that. Wales is looking quite, what's the word, sexy in terms of, there you go, over the mountains as it, as the air's getting pulled.
The words sexy and Wales do not go together.
To do if you're a sheep and you're a farmer. Sorry, I'm being stereotypical. Anyways, so yeah, in Wales, the Cape value is going to be more nearer to 2,000. So you've got 2,028 there up towards Capel Curie, Glamberis. So as he goes over Snowdon or whatever it's called, Whitford or whatever it's called nowadays. And then you go over the Lamberris Pass and all that way. I'm trying to remember the name of that road that goes up from wherever it is, up towards Denbigh and all that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, Wales is looking chancy for a very potent thunderstorm tomorrow, or a train of them anyway. They do look, if I can go to find the precip, 1 hour, there we go. See them there moving in. Now, I did debate going to Wales, but I'm like, it's It's too far. It is far. That's the only thing about it. It's way too far for me. Oh, go over here, Michael. Just move that across a bit.
I'm talking. I realise I turned my volume off. What was that? Sorry.
This over here towards Wolvo, and just to the west. Sorry, the east and west. Yeah. See a really.
By the way, good evening to Send It. Thank you for joining in. Hope you're well.
Yeah,
and
so
there's
you've
another
got
thing,
really
another thing as well. A new name I've not seen before. Good evening to Ash31 Weather Station. Hope you are well. He's enjoying our YouTube channel. So thank you so much for that positive feedback.
Yeah, well, so yeah, as I was saying, this storm here just blows up out of nowhere, really. Let me just go back to my tab. There we go. So that moves away up towards Walsall, Lichfield kind of area. Move that back. So for the Midlands, you'd be looking towards the east, round about dinner time. So towards Leicester, Loughborough, them kind of areas. And then as we move into the afternoon, there could be some quite torrential, heavy thunderstorms moving across the Midlands, so across the West Midlands even. I know the Midlands is a big area, but that then moves out. You can see there, look, possibly 16 millimetres within an hour, call it 20 maybe, and then they all scoot off. I'll quickly go back to the overview. So, yeah, that really potent one there is one to the south towards Worcestershire, around about 5 o'clock. Quite a lot there, look, moving in towards the Midlands. Another one there towards Swansea. A lot there in the East Midlands as well, towards Cambridgeshire, in towards Essex even, and Suffolk. Around about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. And they all move kind of eastwards. So, yeah, that warning area is looking quite...
Sorry, James just said, somehow I thought he was looking at the snow depth map here.
I know, mate, with all them millimetres in as high as they are, it is quite weird. Have a look. Actually, no, I'm going to go to the UKV anyway. So I've done with that. We'll have a look at the more extended outlook now. Now that we know kind of when the storms are going to happen tomorrow. Yeah, we'll go to the UKV and then I'm going to pass it back to you, Michael, after I've done this.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, cool. Right, so yeah, we've got these storms moving in from France. They might kill them off as they go across the channel, but we'll see. You can just see them. Another occlusion moving in. Might be the odd heavier shower further north, maybe the odd rumble of thunder in the early hours. As that warm plume of air moves in from the continent. And then she's 6 o'clock in the morning. So we'll go to 5 anyway, because that's usually about sunrise, isn't it? Temperatures way into the teens there across most of England and Wales. More further towards the north, you're looking 8 to 9 degrees as a maximum, or as a minimum even. But across England and Wales, you're looking between 10 and 14. I wouldn't rule out 15 either. Ireland looking between 8 and 10. Let's have a look at the Cape values. You can see Cape building there at 5 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, I'm getting distracted by Cape values. So yeah, this is 8 o'clock in the morning. So when many of us are going to either work, school, slave factories, whatever you call them these days. Things, you can see that warm plume kind of moving with this milky kind of sky moving in. Some storms going off across Wales at 10 o'clock in the morning. Wouldn't rule out one across Devon or Cornwall either, and even further north. And then this is when things start to get interesting. You can see a little pop-up cell there just around Manchester around like dinner time. Whoops, it's come ahead of itself. Right, yeah, as I was saying. So then you can see the storms really kicking off on the UKV quite widely across East and West Midlands, into Wales, Devon, Cornwall, Somerset, and like I say, around the south coast of Wales. I won't say no to that. And then all them storms kind of form a line up along the Cheshire Gap, as I've been saying for days. Most of these storms are going to be possibly towards the Midlands, up towards Stoke, Cheshire kind of area, 1500 there. This is the newest one, so it's kind of downgraded it really to much of a line between the Thames estuary and the Wirral. It's not to say that there won't be a storm further north. As you can see there, some pop-ups around, I'd say up towards Carnforth, Lancaster, Ripon, through the Yorkshire Dales. I wouldn't say no to them. I'm still to think further north there might be the odd thunderstorm. This isn't a given, as we know. There'll be more runs tomorrow. More likely the 3 and 6 head runs will be the ones we go off. And then them storms just go, yeah, I've had enough. They're not looking as intense as they were yesterday. Kind of pulled away from it because I think with these storms that have been coming up from the channel, they've not really made it across. And I think that's kind of tamed the model a little bit. That's in my opinion. These
was actually a comment. I'm just going to the screen out. There was a comment from, I'll find it now, from Andy saying that these storms are not elevated enough as they're not surviving the trip across the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we've got to talk about Jaffa cakes going on here.
Yeah, the Jaffa Cake Index. That's a good one, Martin. That's a good one, the Jaffa Cake Index. That's...
So the reason why it started, because I just looked at one sitting there and look out and I could see the moon and say, look, it looks looking quite large. And then I mentioned about, I remember the advert with the Jaffa Cakes with the full moon, half moon eclipse.
Total eclipse.
That's how it all started.
Michelle's, but yeah, if anyone gets anything tomorrow, if you're under a storm tomorrow, don't forget to get the old cameras going where it's safe, of course. If you're out in the car and you're storm chasing tomorrow, always get back straight in the car when you hear something a bit near. Use your own judgment.
I can never forget once with the old team I was with, we literally sat like in almost like in a farmer's field in the car. Michael. And literally we had a line strike for about 10 to 20 feet to my left, at the windows next to, which right down.
Yeah, that's how I've had it. I've had it literally at the end of my street before now, and it was scary. Like you could feel the static, can't you? You can feel the static after it's
literally about 30 seconds later, we had another one strike, perhaps just perhaps another 50 feet behind us or something. It was like, okay, this is getting a bit airy now.
Grift Beast has said, imagine if we get a tornado. I would not rule one out.
No, I don't think expecting anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think we can't rule one out. I don't think there'll be anything
funnel maybe, but I'm not expecting anything like that at all.
No,
it's not quite the setup.
There was talk about it yesterday, but they were only saying the odd one, and I don't think it'll be anything too sinister.
Did you see that video going around with the dust devil in the centre of Manchester yesterday?
Yes, did I post it on our group? I know I sent it to Gordon this morning. Let me try and find it.
I actually got tagged in it, and a few of my friends posted actually.
Cool. Yeah, do you want to fire it up. I'm done with the UKV now anyway. It's just the rest of it's all dry and into the 20s. So
yeah, I'm just literally looking down the charts at the minute. The chat at the minute.
yeah, right. I'll just quickly go through this anyway. So
Yeah.
them storms scootle off Tuesday, maybe the odd thunderstorm towards the southwest. I don't think it'll warrant a yellow weather warning like tomorrow's will, because tomorrow's is going to be more disruptive over a wider area, whereas this is more localised and in quite a thin line as well. And they move off. That's across more open countryside, whereas tomorrow's storms will be over more populated areas, like I said, Birmingham, Stoke, up towards Cheshire, North Wales, South Wales as well. Most of Wales are going to see heavy torrential rain tomorrow, which could lead to localised flooding, especially in the conurbations, like I said, the West and the East Midlands, and up towards Manchester as well, especially after the weeks of dry weather we've had. The rain's just going to fall off the farmland. It's not really going to soak it away. So what rain does fall over higher ground will soon come into the watercourses further downstream. And then Wednesday, so look at the temperatures for Wednesday. Oh, well into the 20s away from the east with that easterly wind. 26 down in the the southwest. Not too shabby. 23 further north. Across Yorkshire, possibly 21 as you move up into the northeast with the wind coming in off the sea, knocking between 10 and 13 degrees. So yeah, anywhere towards the east, between 10 and 13, possibly 16 degrees. As soon as you come about 30, 40 mile inland, you're going into the 20s then. So yeah, I'll pass it over to you, Michael.
Yeah, no worries. Have I lost it again? No, I've got that dust level. What's the name?
Yes, go for it. So yeah, this was a dust devil that was in central Manchester yesterday.
Yeah, just need to flick the server. There we go. Let's see if I can put that onto full screen.
Yeah.
Put some full screen
you
on
just
there.
get rid of the more video.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. There you go. Dust devil in
Dust
the middle
devil,
of Manchester.
not tornado.
Jeepers. It's a beauty, that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, mine's just
that was in
Manchester.
Manchester.
Yeah, mine just
As we know, it wasn't a tornado
Mm-hmm.
because tornadoes are formed inside, obviously, like
Yes.
cumulonimbus clouds. That was just
Mhm.
formed in the middle of blue sky, shall we say. The dust devils
temperature
can happen
contrast.
at any time of year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sorry, all the comments just said it's not just any dust devil, it's a tree clean dust devil. Could you imagine if you're from hay fever and had all that pollen coming off that? Jesus.
That'd be naughty, that would. But yeah, very impressive dust devil that was.
It is.
Yeah, have a look online, you'll see it doing the rounds this morning. It was.
And do we know the name of the dust devil in Australia?
Willy Willy?
Yep, that is correct. Behave yourself, you lot.
Keep it clean. All right, then. Here's another one. What do you call us? What's the other name for a sandstorm? And don't say it, Michael. I'm going to see if anyone can come up with it in the comments. You'll know it. So yeah, if you know what the
Michelle Graham said after that comment about if it had all that pollen on there, said I would have died from hay fever.
I know. I don't think my Beckonaise would have covered it. My my spray for my nose. But yeah, if you heard PJ's just thought it was a cyclone in Australia. What a Willy Willy. sure it was a
No,
Gustavo.
it is a Gustavo.
Yeah, if anyone can name what the usual name for a sandstorm is, stick it in the comments quickly before we move on. Otherwise, I'll just tell you. Or Michael can, 'cause I guess the last one. No, that's a derecho. Yes, Audio's got it. And Haboob.
And behave yourself again.
Michelle put derecho.
Derecho's.
A derecho is a long line or straight line winds, and thunderstorms. It's like sudden onset. It's like really. I've seen one online. It's bloody scary.
Right, so we're almost done, getting close. About 50 minutes into the live now. Let's
let's
have a look
crack on.
at the facts charts. So these are the human interpretation of the weather fronts across what you can see on the screen now across the Atlantic and Europe from the Met Office. This is currently from 6 p.m. tonight. And we've got a convergence line through South Wales there. As I mentioned earlier on when we looked at the latest radar, we could see there was like a little bit of the winds meeting really, where it was almost going back and south. And that's just indicated there with this convergence line here. And currently we've got thunderstorms in parts of western France, which is clipping southeast, which is in line of this trough just here. And we've got this system here across the English Channel into France as well. And ahead of this cold front, we're getting some humid air being brought up from the south. And between this here, and we got these weather fronts out to the west as well. We've got the slice of warmer air.
There's a convergence line there as well, isn't there?
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning over Wales earlier on.
Troughs. And you got them troughs as well, aren't you, in front of the cold front?
Yeah, so it's this area here where you've got this moist air, which is going to trigger some of these heavy, potentially thundery downpours for tomorrow. Let's bring that forward through into midday on Monday. And it's just this slice here. We've got these weather fronts out towards the west and ahead of this cold front here, where we've got this slice of warmer air, which it's the scenario we mentioned before. If you're boiling a pot of water, you know it's going to bubble somewhere in the pan. But it's like these showers tomorrow, where they pop, we just don't know. It's just going to be in a certain area, and we'll probably say above we said this last night as well, above perhaps the M4 corridor mainly into Wales, through the Midlands into northern England. But I think I'm guessing more western side of Pennines, but can't rule out.
Yeah, that's
same time before the wind as well. The wind is coming off the North Sea as well.
But as we were saying yesterday, all the warm air that's coming up ahead of that cold front is getting forced as well by the Pennines, so that's pushing it higher, and then it's all dropping as well. So it's going to be a lot of inflow in there.
Yeah. So here we've got where this high pressure is moving out towards the west. We've got northerly on this side, but we've got the low pressure here dragging some bit of a southeast, which is dragging a lot of warm air. And then what's happening through Monday into midnight into Tuesday, we can see the winds changing more from an easterly, so more coming off the North Sea. So it just reduces that threat further south on into Tuesday. My voice is going now.
I said that cold front's decaying as well.
Yeah, it's just it's literally just a weakening system might be brought on as well with this air coming in off the North Sea. So we've changed from a bit of southeasterly ahead of this cold front into an easterly, which was was going to kill off the thunderstorm potential. And as we head through the week, we've got high pressure building towards the north of the UK. And any shower risk disappears really. into Thursday as well. And this is showing signs of go back there, Wednesday. Around this area of high pressure, we've got this literally fragmenting cold front, which perhaps introduce slightly fresher air, I suggest. That rule out the odd shower.
Yeah, I think that's going to be more cloud, bit of fret maybe.
Yeah. So again, winds are coming down from like a northeasterly suggested here for Thursday. And if there's any rain, it's probably just going to be light and patchy. And I don't see any thunderstorm risk with this at all. So you've took a look at the UKV, haven't you?
I have, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. What was I going to go next? Oh yes. Let's go back onto this chart and we'll have a look at the thunderstorm potential for tomorrow. Let's just have a quick look at the very latest, actually. So yeah, still thunderstorms going towards the west of France. A quick zoom in again on the latest. So there's nothing showing there, thunderstorm there. And there's that thunderstorm perhaps still going there towards Margate. Shame there's a webcam there for Margate, Ramsgate area.
Margate.
But again, that's not updated, and that's not actually updated in the last. Just refresh.
I've got the.
There we go. It's updated.
Has it?
Yeah. So let's update the. So yeah, there's no thunderstorm at the minute towards the Kent. There's a heavier burst of heavy shower there, which is producing around about 50 up to 40 to 50 millimeters in an hour. But obviously, it's not going to fall in the same place for an hour. But that's how much it would fall if it sit there for an hour. Anyway, traveling a little bit. I don't want your bloody webcams. Let's zoom out and have a look at the whole UK and have a look at the Cape and lifted charts. So I click into thunderstorms and the Cape charts. It's automatically gone for the GFS model.
Yeah. Steph's just got to assume the low later in the week won't bring rain because the high is a homegrown high. So it won't bring in any moisture.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So
right, let's go forward to 1 o'clock. So these weather fronts out towards the west. You can see the wind streams coming down from the north towards like Ireland through the Irish Sea. You see the circulation here with that low pressure out towards the south. Just excuse me a second while I bring the cat in and shut the door. Just bear with me a second.
Yeah, you're saying about the low down here towards Plymouth. That bringing in more moist air as well. Down into T-Boss. Everyone. I'm sure so much. Well, we're not exactly experts. We don't call ourselves experts, Steffi. But
sorry about that. My cat decided to be chased around the bloody garden.
Steffi wasn't too sure, so she said she'd check with the experts, and like, we're not experts. Never claimed to be.
Self-taught mostly.
Yeah, it's all self-teaching.
So yeah, let's bring that forward through to 7 o'clock in the morning. We've got this weather from out towards the west. You've got that northerly towards the west, and we'll bring up that southeasterly airflow. And this is showing the Cape. So there's nothing showing for 7 o'clock. So let's go through to 10, and there's signs of a bit of Cape forming there. Well, not forming, but appearing on the charts here. So already up to 600 kilojoules towards the east. By 10, let's forward that to 1 o'clock. And we've got that weather front mentioned like around the M4 corridor. And we've got Cape building across central areas. So you can see the airflow. So any showers moving mostly towards northwest. In a normal scenario, it's mainly usually go northeast to easterly. But with this setup, any showers that fall will be heading more towards the northwest. So that's at 1 p.m. Then by 4 p.m., we've got Cape values up to 1,000, 1,100 kilojoules, central areas. So again, anything ahead of this occlusion here across, let's say, the M4 corridor. So it's this section here between M4 corridor, perhaps up to Scotland, but the most threat of any thunderstorms, not saying not going to get any storms further north, can't rule out the odd few up there, but the main thunderstorm will be, say, central areas up through to North Wales, perhaps northwest England as well. I'll say maybe up to
I'm going with
Preston, I would say.
Yeah, I'm thinking like towards Southport. That'll be like the northern extent, possibly up towards Blackpool as well.
Yeah. So I'll say through this area here.
I think as that warm air gets forced up by the Pennines coming from Yorkshire with all the heat as well coming out of the towns and cities here and getting dumped over on the other side.
So it's like to Birmingham, probably talking about like Telford, Shrewsbury, maybe then.
Yeah, I would say anywhere along that Cheshire Gap. So like from like Worcester
through to the Wirral as well. So
the Wirral. That's another place I was looking at for tomorrow, but I'm kind of thinking I'm going to admire them from a distance tomorrow because they're going to be so fast moving.
Yes, that's a good point. That's something not mentioned yet. These won't be slow moving showers. There will be have a bit of speed to it.
Yeah, they will be marching on tomorrow. So I'm going to be probably watching from a distance rather than chasing because they're just not worth going under.
This is the Cape value charts for 7 o'clock as well. So again, north of this M4 corridor, say North London onwards, through central, literally through the Midlands, really, up into parts of North Wales. Let's flip that back to 7 o'clock in the morning and take a look at the lifted index. So even though we've got high values of lifted towards the east, doesn't mean you're going to get thunderstorms. It could be just the heat rising, but they're going to form further west. So it's already at 10 o'clock. So the energy's there. We've got the energy that we need.
I believe we've got the wet bulb as well. I'm just going to have a quick look on...
at 1 p.m., we're seeing levels up to about -4, -5 through the West Midlands up into towards Stoke. But elsewhere, we're still looking at levels of about -3, -4. Let's bring that forward to 4 o'clock. Again, there's plenty of energy in this area here. Again, above the M4 corridor into the Midlands, into parts of North Wales. And as mentioned, can't rule out some thunderstorms further north as well, perhaps up into Cumbria. But I would say anyone exposed really to the east coast is less likely. So you can see these winds coming in off the North Sea here. So it's less likely to see any developments, especially along the east coast. So more talking, we've already mentioned how many missed about 4 times in the last 30 seconds. Anyone, anywhere at this stage above the M4 corridor through central areas is highly likely.
Yeah, I'm just
I've seen a chance of thunderstorms. Again, with this kind of setup, not everyone will see thunderstorms. It could be just a few miles down the road and you're just going to get nothing and have a drier grass than perhaps the Sahara Desert. I'm surprised if the Sahara Desert's had more rain than we've had recently.
I know, mate. I was just having a look at the wet bulb temperature. It's going to be around about 17. And the relative humidity will be around about 60 to 70% across the east, and then that all moves westwards. So where you're seeing that Cape and lifted value being quite high is where the wet bulb temperature is going to be quite high tomorrow, where it all moves westwards.
Yeah. And going to Tuesday as well, we can see now that the wind's mostly coming from the North Sea. And it might be just a small risk there, perhaps for Dorset, maybe Devon, Cornwall, southern Wales, It's not too much energy there. Even at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we're looking virtually half of what we're seeing through to tomorrow. So maybe small risk, the odd thunderstorm cup ruled out for these areas through into Tuesday.
Storm risk? No, I think we've pretty much gone over it, haven't we?
Actually, let's have a look at the latest satellites right now. Let's bring that back.
Storm risk, where was it?
Or was it too late in the day? Let's have a look.
Windy does it, but
let's bring that back to let's bring it back to about 7:30 this evening, so we can see these storms out towards the through Wales, through France.
France.
I'm saying it with a THR.
RANCE. France.
So you can actually see that circulation actually towards the south through like Bay of Biscay, really. So there's the circulation, and there's that feature through the convergence line. So you've got the wind coming out from the east southeast here, and the wind come down from the north. That's why it's causing that showers through Wales this evening. Right. I'm just going to have a quicker look at SFX. Then I haven't updated. I think it's still going. I don't know.
Yeah, still going. But yeah, we're going to start winding it up in a minute.
Yeah. Let's bring up the latest light detector, and still going through from Paris up through into the Channel. So yeah, there's a few trying to cross the Channel, but they'll probably get stuck by customs or on the way across.
Yep.
I'd
look at the storm risk pretty much in line with where we've been saying. Yeah, we'll call it a night. I mean, we've pretty much covered everything we can.
Yeah.
Now casting tomorrow.
Yeah, just look for our updates on our Facebook page. Then there's probably a good chance we'll go live again tomorrow. So 3 days in a row of live. So what's going on?
I know.
Because I'm at work, so tomorrow might not be until the evening time, where there won't be a proper live. So it might be after 6 o'clock. Maybe tomorrow I might start it earlier. We shall see. Obviously, I'm at work, so I won't be around to do.
Either way, Liz, I think Liz is on the way back down tomorrow, isn't she? So she might be live on the Weather Fans YouTube page. She gets out. I'll be live if I get anything on my personal channel, and I'm sure Gordon will be live as well if he's on his channel as well. Yeah.
So there's probably a good chance we'll be live at some point tomorrow night. Let's see how they're still going as the evening goes on through like 7 o'clock. There might be a few hours of us in the studio.
Yeah, we'll see.
Shall see.
Cool. Right. Call it a night.
Yeah. Obviously, after tomorrow night, we'll be live again. Yes, I'm not working next Sunday, so yes, it will be 8 o'clock next Sunday.
Coolio.
So thank you all so much for watching this little live stream.
Yeah, about 1 hour and 10.
And thank you for everyone that's tuned in, and hello to the new people that I've not seen in before.
Yeah, don't forget to like,
and
subscribe, and all that.
Comment, I do apologise.
Yeah, as we say, like, subscribe, and all that. As Shenanigans would say something different, all that jazz.
Yeah.
All that rollocks.
So, we'll try to give you an update on what time we'll go live and everything on our Facebook channel. Same thing. Facebook page, channel. So if you go into Weather Fans, you find us on Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah, right.
We'll try to update as much during the afternoon as well with the latest radar and if there's anything, if the Met Office do tweak the warnings for tomorrow, we'll let you know as soon as we can.
Cool. Right. Steffi said we can roll them credits.
Oh, she's so kind, isn't she, our
Thank
Steffi?
you, Steffi. We'll have to pass the responsibility on to someone else.
Is that the same Steffi that's got her own intro? Is that the same person?
We're going off on one now anyway. So yeah.
Yes.
Night from me, and good night from him.
Good night from him.
Yeah.
Him. Is that side, isn't he, on my
It's
side?
that side, yeah.
Yep. So
Right,
yeah.
night all.
Hopefully, may see you tomorrow night.
Cool.
Stay
Bye.
safe. Look out for the warnings, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Cool.
Ta-ra for now.
Bye.
Bye.